Oh man. Oh man, goddamn. Yo, look like Poetik Flakko has got on Munchie B's last nerves. Big Mama out here politicking. Munchie don't like it. Say you profiting off the hood, but you hate it. Now, this is a business, but I've often said the same exact thing. But let's see what Munchie got to say. What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman, I before the E. Man, golly, I don't know, y'all remember that. And we back with another video. New video. Shout out all the good subs. Shout out No Jumper for this clip. But like I said in the beginning, apparently Munchie B is annoyed with the stuff that Big Mama, that Big Mama is doing. This is what Big Mama been doing though. So, you know, and again, I've often said, even with Munchie, like, I'm like, bro, y'all be like condoning it when you have these conversations and shit like that with him. You know what I'm saying? You make him feel emboldened to do this kind of stuff. And it's a business too. He get clicks and views off of it. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, like, subscribe, comment, and share, please, and thank you. We need that for the algorithm. Like and describe. Off the back. Off the back, don't troll me. If this is your first time to the channel, shame on you. And we're going to get straight into this.
Okay, my thing about Flakko's recent output is I saw the Big Baby video, thought it was interesting that he was kind of stepping it up in that regard, but he's also like, he's kind of made like a conscious decision that he wants to recreate the war in Chirac, but for Los Angeles, and that the recent Hoovers versus everybody war is kind of going to be the content that he makes this content out of.
And I don't agree.
Which, yeah, I feel like there's been multiple times where Flakko throughout his time out here has kind of said like, nah, I'm not gonna make content about LA. Like, I think that was the warning that like Big U even gave him at one point, or it might have been AD or something.
So Big U in jail and that's cool?
No, before that though, like,
yo, Flakko was to be doing the war in LA. His rendition of Academics' War in Chirac. Yo, I remember people coming out saying a lot of stuff about that War in Chirac series because, you know, Academics was like making jokes and giving nicknames and all kind of weird stuff, and they said a lot of that had effects in the streets. I remember G Herbo speaking on that same situation. So I know that it would definitely be the same for LA. I don't even know. I mean, I get it though, because y'all be liking the hood politics. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. So it's like, hey, if this is what y'all want, you know. But let's continue.
But I'm just saying, like, I feel like
you got some calls.
Bingo. Flakko gets this advice from people, takes the advice for a while, and then he kind of forgets about it. Because ultimately, I believe that Flakko has kind of programmed his brain to just be thinking about YouTube revenue at all times. And that's why when he says something like, oh, I was on a date with a girl and I had to leave the date so I could make a video about Forrester blowing his hand off, I'm like, for anybody else, I would think like, damn, you weird or you're crazy. But with Flakko, I get it, because that's what has made him successful. And that's almost like the advice that I give people when they ask me like how to become successful with content creation. I'm like, you got to make this everything to you. You can't act like this is number 2 or number 3. You got to go all in on it. And that's
what you got to do. Good advice from Kiwi Head. You do gotta make it your number 1, and it definitely is for Big Mama. We all know that, and this one I'm gonna tell you, man. Big Mama pulling in $90K a month. I hit the sad trombone when he's like, oh, he left the cheeks to go make a 4 extra video, but it's like, I'm getting $90,000 a month from these videos. Yeah, shorty, I'm gonna have to cut this date a little short. You hear me?
what Flakko has done. That being said, myself personally, when I watch videos about the 80 bands situation or all these different Hoover incidents and all these different things going on, I'm kind of like, you know what? I'm going to stay away from being on the cusp of talking about late breaking news when it comes to that. We could talk about some once it's all happened and everything, but I'm not really trying to be the one pushing the narratives. And that Flakko is like, there's a dude from Hoover named Treyway7, and he's calling him the Prime Minister.
Yeah,
That's
very Warren Chirac-ish.
That's the most academic I ever heard.
What does
Because
that
that's
mean?
what-
Hey.
I'm mixing it.
But
When
that's
I
I
was
mean,
like,
come on, that's like the titles like people get themselves with calling themselves the general or the landlord, or
Right.
I'm this or the set. So he like just basically elected him like basically a high ranking, you know what I'm saying, official.
But
you know what I'm saying?
he's
Treyway
kind of
Love?
pulling it out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know about this dude, but he's a young
yeah,
dude. I'm
sure.
assuming he's not like a big general or a leader
Yeah.
or whatever. But Flacco's like, Flacco finds him hella entertaining, so he's like nominating him to be the star of what he's doing. But that's academics. The Chirac Wolverine, the Chirac Spider-Man. I forget what the all this shit was, but he kind of and he did do a good job. And in a lot of ways, the reason why Chicago's lore is so crazy is in large part because people like him did such a good job making content about it that maybe would pay attention to it. The thing is, you live a hop, skip, and a jump away from South Central, so realistically.
And I want to say real quick to and Hefe's point, it's much different when you call it yourself the Hoover Prime Minister or the 8 Trey Governor or whatever, and then somebody else making long form content about you and them labeling you this. It might be people in the streets who feel like, yo, he not that. I just whoop homie feet. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing that out there. That's why all the hood is tricky. Again, I tell y'all all the time, bro. I grew up a certain way. My pops, my family, is, you know what I'm saying, was in the streets and all that. And I know how this affect people. I know how it does. So that's why I just stay away from it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just rather make content on No Jumper and Chauncey Billups and his Rico. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, yo, it's good money and all that stuff too. You feel me? Like, why even add to any of that, you know? But let's continue.
I probably wouldn't want to be stoking these
Yeah,
flames.
yeah, so I ain't gonna lie.
If you're willing to be across from these people that don't feel the content you putting out, like what's his boy, the missing? What you say his name?
Who? The Prime Minister? Treyway7?
No, oh boy, that was across from academics. I think you were
Joe
big.
Budden?
Oh,
Big
no,
Mensa.
Big Mensa.
Big Mensa. He
not
told him how
next
he
to me,
felt,
yeah.
bro. Because you reporting on shit, and people don't know how to report without trying to.
Shout out Munchie. Munchie's a really good podcaster to me, bro. I'm going to just tell you that. I think Munchie's a really good podcaster. Shout out to Munchie for that point, too. I remember Vic Mensa being up there, facts, bro. I remember Vic Mensa being up there, and he was passionate about what he was saying because he like, yo, this is my city. This is where I'm from, bro. And you doing this stuff. You not from here. You don't know nobody over here or anything. You know what I'm saying? And you just, it's like you a puppet master. You just calling folks this, making them this, and it's having an effect where we're at. Yo, niggas is really dying in Chirac. Like, they dying out here, too. But I remember that time, bro. Vic Mensa was very passionate about that. Shout out Munchie for that point.
It's your angle on how you deliver things, and then how people perceive it. Now, off subject, and here to get the message. I DM Adam a long time ago. He did something on Draco, but he made my homie like whatever. Yeah, Draco. Yeah, and yeah, he's still here, but and I wasn't feeling it, and I hit Adam with a message like, boom, which you never saw until recently. We was about to do an interview, but it's how you deliver shit. You can't be disrespecting people. Folks, bro, because they got dead family members too. People lost people in these wars. Now, Flacco's not the person to do this type of content because you really don't care about these people. You don't care. It is different from some ABC, KCAL news type shit because it's their job just to report and they give it something to report. Bro, you picking this shit out and you doing content on it and you don't give a fuck about it.
Do you guys find it interesting that he's
And my thing be too, like, you don't have to necessarily give a about the content that you're doing, because again, this is a business, right? But my thing when it comes to Big Mama reporting on this too is like, oh, he don't really know nothing about it. He just gathering this information, you know what I'm saying, from whatever sources he got, and then it's like a parody thing. Just like homie said he named some nigga the prime minister or whatever, you know what I mean? It'd be different if it was like, yo, you come from this, right? And you're telling these stories, or like Rap News Street Politics. Shout out my dog. That's my boy. You know, you come from these areas and you know about this kind of stuff firsthand. It's a little different, but you know, to his own admission, like, bro went to school, he did everything the right way and all that. You don't really know anything about that, and especially not in Los Angeles. So, you know what I'm saying? Why be doing these in-depth deep dives on like these hood politics? I don't like that. A nigga can get me to talk nobody hood politics. I just sit up there like, oh, unless it's just some general something, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, giving dates and specifics about this and that and tying this together, all that, I don't know. That's like it's a little tricky for me personally. I just feel like it's a little tricky, bro. I'm not gonna lie to nobody. That's just how I feel. But let's continue. Oh, I'm about to kick you up out of here again. You got to bounce like 2 of them things, my boy. Thank you. My bad, baby Neem in the back playing Fortnite like I'm not working.
Started covering all this like super intense LA current gang wars after he's out of town.
No, bro, but he's coming back though, bro.
Yeah,
Listen,
but
No,
bro,
like I
Flacco's
said, a lot of
You're not the person to do this shit, bro, because you don't come from a genuine place. You never gave nothing to nothing out here. Like, bro, you ain't got to be in attendance. Give something to one of these poverty-stricken areas that you talking about. Oh, the mothers, you ain't did shit. You from what's that shit called?
North Dakota. Oh,
Liberia.
Liberia.
Whatever the only would, like, bro, man.
Munchie. I think Munchie said, you from Labia, gang? You from Labia, gang? You know. I'm about to run that back. Shout out Munchie B, the mayor, nigga, Inglewood Daredevil. What you talking about? I gotta run that back. My boy said, you from Labia, gang? You from Labia, gang?
You talking about, oh, the mothers, you ain't did shit. You from Liberia, what's that shit called?
North Dakota. Oh,
Liberia.
Liberia.
Whatever the on Inglewood, like, bro, man, stop playing, bro. You go play with somebody, they gonna have a bad day, and nigga, they gonna come on over here with a half a tank of gas and you up.
But isn't Flacco like only slightly more offensive than like the average? Like, because it's not like he's got a monopoly on making this kind of content at this point.
No.
When Academics was doing War in Chirac, I didn't know of anybody else doing that kind of content, so it really stood out. What Flacco is doing, and I will say he's doing a better job than almost everybody in LA, but it's not that different than what Ant is doing or what you're doing or what a lot of people are doing.
I don't do that shit.
like.
Ooh. That was a good point. Triduck and Booty Hair Headman Unit. That was a good point. Not even gonna lie, can't wait to see how they answer this. But what I would say the difference is that, again, Munchie B and Jefe come from this. I don't think nobody should be discussing no street politics online. That's just my opinion. But if you come from said streets, said sections, whatever, and hey, you want to do that, that's your business. I can't tell you not to. But that's the difference to me between Flacco and somebody like Munchie or Jefe. Just in my opinion. But let's continue.
It might feel different, but it's similar in terms of
you said it. So
similar subject matter in terms of
sure, definitely. So
you definitely approach it with a less funny, more serious
But he in the
vibe.
culture.
Yeah, no. So my point exactly. So no, Adam, right now is definitely a difference. We broach some of the same topics. You know what I'm saying? I watch Flacco channel and you feel me. I get some content from him. I react to some of his content. Now, the thing is where he go, like, and I see what Munchie be getting at him sometime, is like where you go into putting pieces of puzzle together and like playing like this kind of detective work and then saying, but I ain't saying this, but you already said it. Like, no, you can't say you ain't saying this, because just like with that, what was the title of that?
Hey, that is where it gets tricky. I watched a Brick Baby video Flakko did a minute ago. This wasn't recent. And he was saying a lot of things in there that I'm just like, damn, bro, maybe I don't think that this played the best for him. I'm talking about for Brick Baby. When you watch this video, and then he like, I'm not saying this and that, but he busting down wiretap calls and, oh, this is what and it's just like, bro, I don't know if that plays well for Brick. And Brick always shouting out Flakko too, like, shout out Flakko. So I don't know if he kicking him something down, whatever. But yeah, when you fake solving the case, that's where it get tricky for me. Fake solving the case, playing detective and reporter at the same damn time, that's where it get a little tricky to me. But let's continue.
I can't even think the title of the Treyway thing, but that made somebody else, you know what I'm saying, do a title, and also maybe do some on stop blaming everything on the Hoovers, because basically in that video, it was basically saying that Treyway 7 is admitting through raps and rhymes that, you know, he has something to do with something. You know what I'm saying?
And at a certain point, when does it become like, at what point is there responsibility if that's getting like almost glorified? Because there's this tone back in the day with the war in Chirac where it was kind of almost like making some of these guys look like mystical figures.
Well, and
you
it
know
was,
what I mean?
he was clowning it, and his
was clowning.
explanation was like, oh, this is satire. But when you go back and listen to it, because I don't remember it being up, but then like the few times that I have clicked on an old academics video from Warren Shrek and I'm watching it, I'm like, oh,
This is crazy.
this is up. Like I totally forgot. But looking at it now from my like modern adult perspective, it's like, nah, you can't be talking about how so and so got turned into a personal pan cheese pizza or whatever.
Yeah,
that's not an actual thing that he said, but that sort of thing. The same way that West Coast Gang Wars Instagram, they be talking about so and so from this hood, he got turned into a taco.
But
we don't know his face,
they
though.
faceless.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Flakko, he's out of here. People, they
My
know
thing
he
with
is.
Flakko, because I speak up for Flakko a lot, whether he know it or not, and I F for Flakko. You know what I'm saying?
We've been working on something with you and Flakko.
Hey, that's a whole fact. I literally just said that. I'm like, I'm Munchie B rocking with, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, it's kind of tricky now for it, like, you know, and I wonder what make Munchie feel this way right now, because he been doing this. I don't know him and Big Mama like private conversations or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But like he been cool with him for a minute, and Flakko's been doing this to me. He used to do it a little worse when he would pop in these different rooms and be dealing with these people, but then it's like, oh, they're scum, and I like these certain gang members, but all of y'all as a whole is this, and you know what I'm saying? All that be kind of tricky to me, you know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Shout out all my good subs. Greatly appreciate y'all. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So you even have like a little bit more skin in the game, in the sense that like if he makes himself look all bad, then that's gonna make you be like, bro,
No,
like we
I
were
just
thinking
be
about doing this
I be on
content.
Flakko because I F with him.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I like all the content he do that's not street related. He do a 13-minute video and he put like a 2 days worth of information in 13 minutes.
Yeah, it's
so
pretty good.
and then he
Good.
like I love his content, but you speak on shit you don't know and you don't relate to. Now I'm gonna give an example. Oh, Mexicans, they run that late. Oh, they scared of the Mexicans. No, they who is scared of the Mexicans? The Mexicans run Mexicans. They tax each other. They don't tax us. And I'm not gonna go no further after that because I don't want to offend nobody. But bro, you don't know what you're talking about because you don't live in these hoods.
That's why Munchie nice to me right here. What he just did right there. He like, I need to get this off so that you know that you wrong, talking about this, that, and the other, but I won't go any further. Because I don't want to offend anybody. But what he's saying is wrong. And I'll be finding that in certain stuff that Big Mama do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like, damn, bro, just saying that and he don't got the slightest clue. A lot of that is conjecture. You know what I mean? And his opinion that he's like shaping away in this video where I feel like some random person would feel like, oh, this is all real. Like, look at this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it gets tricky. You know what I'm saying?
And you haven't been in none of these jailhouses.
See,
you
Munchie,
don't know what you're talking about.
But Munchie, you know how to like you're media trained to the point where you know how to conduct yourself on camera. You know what to say, what not to say. A lot of other people, they might see that video and have a very different reaction.
It ain't media trained. I'm gonna tell you something. It ain't media
Like you
trained.
said, not to cut you off. I think, like you said, it's just certain subjects. You feel me? That you can say. I'm not gonna say because I ain't with putting stipulations on people and people gonna do what they gonna do, bro. It's like at the end of the day, it's up to you to walk the fine line or jump off of it. So I just think it's certain subjects you don't want Flakko to broach. Now, as far as on the Mexican and black situation, right? This how I feel about it, bro. And we had a
Poetik coming
interview yesterday with Spody Face.
Yes.
Me and Adam, right? And I was kind of had brought this up as well, right? So this what I see.
Shout out Spuddy Face.
This what I see in the culture, bro. Like, you right. Like, blacks really trip on blacks, and you know, Mexicans got their things going on. But I think like kind of a certain degree, like where I be seeing out here, like it be a temperament, like check, like people like monotones where it comes to beefing with these certain Hispanic hoods or letting them get away with that we don't let blacks get away with. Certain black hoods be letting them get away with that, bro. And that's just the truth of the matter, bro. And as a member, this is what I'm seeing and experiencing, bro. For real, bro.
But you saying that from a hood that haven't had no allies with Hispanic hood or beef.
Yeah, but but this the thing, like we not allowing nothing. Like you can't come in our shit just hitting your shit up. We crossing that shit out. So like I know the game. We know the game they play. They gonna push the line only as far as you let them push and see what they can get away with, bro. And like just even in jail, like if certain members there, like yeah, we gonna rock it off. Like you know what I'm saying, we ain't playing no games. But I've been a person that been in them units, bro. Look,
I'm talking on the streets though, as far as
but on the streets too.
Our streets to the jails.
I just gave this analogy yesterday. Right now, I bet $1 million. We could bet $1,000 that right now you could damn near go through majority of the black hoods and hit up a Southsider hood. And as long as they ain't got beef with no Mexicans, it's going to stand. It's not going to get crossed out. But you go hit up a black hood, that's going to get crossed out quick, bro.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
It's just the dynamics, and I promise you, I promise you.
Also, that's
hit up a white hood. We got the city on it. They're going to clean that shit right the fuck up.
Hey, you know what's funny about that?
pressure washers.
Hey, we had a dude named T-Baby from Inglewood, don't gang bang, but he hung around us. Little fly dude, he always had all the fly cars. If you're from Inglewood, they gonna know who T-Baby is, right? So T-Baby worked for the city of Inglewood. So when we be hanging out deep, we just hit up IFG, Inglewood family, biggest whacking out shit, right? And then we see the truck and Tion, he painting our shit over. Cause he worked for the, we be on, hey, nigga, you like, he be looking like, yo, watch out. Like he got his little paintbrush. Like, I'm like, nigga on Inglewood. Like, but we leave him alone. Like, but especially Inglewood, like they trying to paint shit over fast. It ain't like LA. You know what I'm saying?
I'm convinced though that like, it's funny you said that a lot of some of the more prominent graffiti writers are just fools that be getting up like that. Even gangbangers that tag are city workers because they be getting
No, I didn't say that.
No, I know that's not what you said.
Graffiti writers and gangbangers are much different. Putting up a piece somewhere and hitting up your hood in the ops block is two different things, Lushable. And Lushable know that. I don't even know why he would be bringing up prominent graffiti artists. Ain't no in the hood no prominent graffiti artists. I'm talking about like them niggas should be just hitting shit up. You feel me? But let's continue.
I know you said the opposite. You said like the homie actually has some.
He had a job.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Covering up graffiti.
But on that same token, like people gain, there's certain like access that only city workers can have for fools to catch some of the spots.
And let me tell you something, bro. Them hoods that's allies with Mexican hoods or beef with them, they know, bro. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's something about Hispanic hoods. They very strategic, bro. And even if they do feel away and y'all allies, they might be brewing for a little while, and then they might kick it off when they feel like they get in position to do it and your hood took over. That's how Mexicans they very strategic. period. That and they will live 15 to a house and start a clique on your street. Oh, we the Burbank Thresays. no, for real.
That's
That's how they do. But they don't run anything, bro. The Hispanic community, the Thresays, they more unified, they strategic, but they don't run anything. They don't run the black.
Munchie don't like the fact, that's the end of the clip basically. All right, so it seems like Munchie really just don't like the fact that homie talk about like the Mexicans run LA. I'm not gonna really get into any of that because that's not what I'm here for. But as far as what Big Mama doing, Poetik Flakko, what I understand where they coming from. Again, he's not from the hood. He's not even from Los Angeles. He profiting off the same stuff that he say is it's not good for the people, this, that, and the other. He trying to build up the youth and all that. Then why even bring light to this stuff? Again, I do understand that you get a bag for these videos and y'all like this. With all due respect, y'all like this stuff, bro. Y'all like to hear who shot who and all that good stuff. My bad, y'all. So it's a demand for it, so he supplies it. And just like Munchie said, he do good videos. That nigga tell you all the politics, straight up. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's a very fine line in the stuff that folks is doing. You feel me? And I think that when you even reporting on that type of content, you got to be very careful. And I feel like Flakko has this arrogance about himself, like I'm gonna just do whatever and it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we'll see how this pans out. I want to see what Flakko got to say about this, because again, him and Munchie are cool, been cool for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? Munchie B is one of the gang members that Flakko fancies, so we'll see how all that play out. Shout out to No Jumper for the clip. Shout out to all those people in the clip. And you already know what time it is. What I need y'all to do is tap that link on the screen and sub up to @JustNeem. You know what I'm talking about? Again, shout out to everybody for the support. I appreciate y'all running it up on both channels. I need that. You feel me? Now, if this is your first time to the channel, like, subscribe, comment, and share, please, and thank you. We need that for the algorithm. If you could go to the top of the page, smash that Instagram link. Follow me on Instagram. Shoot me any content y'all want me to react to there. Also, join up in the Discord. Good people, positive vibes, 100% of the time. Shout out to all my Discordians, everybody in there, doing it up. Like I said, video games, rap, good conversation. We run movies in there. We running horror movies in there all October and all that. Shout out my boy Zaywop. You feel me? But what I'd like y'all to do is comment down below and let me know what y'all think of this. Do y'all think Munchie B just being extra, or do y'all think Munchie B right? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think Big Mama should give back to these different places, these inner cities with the stuff he's talking about? You think he should donate to these places? What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace.